Benson for the point.
Back to better. Block and down.
He'll go. Back to pass. He'll look to fire deep and intercepted. Reggie diving. He's in.
Alston Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on YourLiveEvent.com.
And a good Tuesday, October the 26th. It's high school volleyball here tonight from West Fargo Sheyenne High School as the West Fargo Sheyenne Mustangs, the number 5 rated team in the latest Class A poll, play host to the Fargo Davies Eagles here with a week left to play in the EDC regular season. I'm Chase Miller alongside Reggie Funk, and this is our Irie Insurance pregame show where tonight Fargo Davies, the visitors, with a mark of 20-9 on the season, enter here West Fargo Sheyenne High School. The Mustangs at 22-6 on the year. Taking a look at this series history, last time out, West Fargo Sheyenne swept Fargo Davies at Davies 25-8, 25-18, and 25-10 as the Eagles came up short on that match on September the 16th, but Davies last year won 3 of 4, including a 3-2 win in the EDC semifinals. Davies swept Sheyenne in 2019, Sheyenne in 2018, and the same in 2017. Prior to the win last year for Sheyenne, they went 3 full seasons without a win against Fargo Davies. But right now, Sheyenne is the team to beat in the Eastern Dakota Conference, alongside with the Fargo Shanley Deacons. Both of those squads are on top of the EDC. Still to come on our Irie Insurance pregame show, we'll take a look at the latest EDC standings and what a win here tonight for Fargo Davies and West Fargo Sheyenne would mean in terms of those conference standings. Also take a little bit more of a look into both teams' schedules, the out-of-town scoreboard, and a look at your latest Class A volleyball poll as well. It's number 5 West Fargo Sheyenne, head coach by Leah Newton, going up against the Fargo Davies Eagles, head coach by Carolyn Olson. It's EDC volleyball tonight here from West Fargo Sheyenne High School on your live event. Since 1981, Park Christian School has been educating the next generation of leaders in the Fargo, Moorhead, and West Fargo area. Park Christian's thoroughly Christian education and commitment to academic excellence has resulted in a confident tradition of student success. Students graduate from Park Christian School strong in their faith and well prepared for the rigors of college, career, and relationships. Call 218-236-0500 to schedule your visit or go online to parkchristianschool.org.
Degelman does put the effort and time into their employees by training them.
It's something that you think you couldn't do, but you can actually do it because you were trained to do it.
Once I got my confidence up, now I just feel pride.
I'm very proud to be leading the team that builds the toughest product in the manufacturing and agricultural industry.
Let's get real. You're ready for a place that's big enough to grow and small enough to care. So get ready for the University of Minnesota Crookston. With more than 30 majors, minors, and certificates, you'll earn a University of Minnesota degree in a close-knit community where faculty become friends and friends feel like family. And to get a degree that can make a difference, you don't need a big city, just big dreams. The University of Minnesota Crookston. Real, hands-on, ready.
As we come back here on our Irie Insurance pregame show, for all of your insurance requests, visit Irie Insurance online at IrieINS.com. That's IrieINS.com. Earlier this week in EDC volleyball, Fargo Shanley defeated Grand Forks Central 3-0 last night. And this evening, Grand Forks Central back on the quarters there at the Spartan Dome, going up against Fargo North. Also, West Fargo makes the trek up I-29, going up against the Rough Riders of Grand Forks Red River. Fargo South at Wapaton, and Valley City at Devil's Lake here tonight for your out-of-town scoreboard. EDC standings, Fargo Shanley and West Fargo Sheyenne both at 16-2 in conference play. A win here tonight for West Fargo Sheyenne would clinch them no worse than second entering the EDC tournament. If they win here tonight, they're going to need a little bit of help from Fargo Shanley at the end, as Shanley won the only match against West Fargo Sheyenne this year. It was a 2-point contest, so the head-to-head goes to the Deacons. If they both finish with 18 and 2 marks, for example, Shanley would be the 1, Sheyenne would be the 2, so Sheyenne has to be a full game ahead of Shanley to try to earn the 1 seed. But regardless, both teams would earn a bye into the EDC quarterfinals and host a quarterfinal round match at their respective school. West Fargo at 14 and 3, the only team that has a chance to leapfrog Sheyenne or Shanley. They need to take care of business. Then they would need some help by a Shanley and Sheyenne, a little bit of a losing streak to close out the year. Fargo Davies right now holding on to that number 4 spot, and that's a big seed at 11 and 6 right now in conference play, 4.5 back behind Shanley and Sheyenne. Davies a game up on South and 2 games up on Fargo North. Now, for Fargo Davies, if they can hold in that number 4 seed, they would host a quarterfinal round match. If they would drop to 5, they would have to play at the number 4 seed in the quarters, but number 5 and up gets that bye into the EDC quarterfinal. So again, Davies right now in 4th, with South a game behind them and North 2 games behind Fargo Davies. Valley City currently 7th, a very dangerous team. They knocked off Fargo Shanley. We're up 3-2 against West Fargo Sheyenne a couple weeks ago. We're up 2-0 against West Fargo Sheyenne before the Mustangs came back and won 3-2. So that team that's at the number 7 spot, the Highliners, showing some strength here in the month of October. Red River follows them with Wahpeton, Devils Lake, and Grand Forks Central. So that's a look at your EDC standings. Again, seeds 1 through 5 will be into a bye into the quarterfinals. Seeds 6, 7, and 8 would host in the EDC play-in. That would be on Saturday, November the 6th. And seed 9, 10, and 11, they would go on the road in those particular play-in matches. The EDC quarterfinals are Tuesday, November the 9th, so 2 weeks from tonight, postseason play in the EDC quarterfinals, with the remainder of the tournament on Friday, November the 12th, and Saturday, November the 13th. That's being at Grand Forks Red River High School. The state tournament again will be played at the Bismarck Event Center, November 18th through the 20th. When we come back here on our Irie Insurance pregame show, we'll take the latest look at the Class A volleyball polls. Also, get a little dive into history for both West Fargo Sheyenne and Fargo Davies for their respective programs, and take a look at what the last week and a half to 2 weeks worth of their schedule has looked like as well. All before we get to tonight's starters, and alongside the opening serve here this evening from Sheyenne High School, it's the number 5 rated Mustangs going up against the Fargo Davies Eagles. It's EDC Volleyball here tonight on your live event.
For all your flooring needs, look no further than Carlson Customs Incorporated. From tile, Cortex, and laminate flooring, waterproof floors, shower tiles, and carpet, you are sure to find what you need to update or create the perfect feel in your home or business. Locally owned and operated, Carlson Customs Incorporated. Call Todd at 218-531-0176.
If you're an Ada business, you may be eligible to receive 1% interest loans from the Ada EDA. This 1% interest loan is available for business expansion, business renovation, business improvements, and new businesses in Ada. Visit or contact Ada City Hall to receive additional information at how your business may be eligible to receive 1% interest loans from the Ada EDA. Contact the City of Ada, 784-5520, or visit adamn.gov.
For all your flooring needs, look no further than Carlson Customs Incorporated. From tile, Cortex, and laminate flooring, waterproof floors, shower tiles, and carpet, you are sure to find what you need to update or create the perfect feel in your home or business. Locally owned and operated, Carlson Customs Incorporated. Call Todd at 218-531-0176.
About 10 minutes away from getting to our first serve here tonight at West Fargo Cheyenne High School between the Mustangs and Fargo Davies. Latest Class A volleyball poll. They come out every 2 weeks. Bismarck Century, the number 1 seed. Bismarck number 2 with West Fargo at 3. Shanley 4 and Cheyenne at number 5. This is from last week, so next week would be the final poll that we will see for both Class A and Class B. The one receiving vote was Jamestown. But what we've seen here, a little bit of balance in the number 1 and 2 seeds tonight in that Class A poll. Out in the capital city of Bismarck Century and Bismarck High will tangle with each other. Bismarck Century, the lone unbeaten team in conference play out in the WDA. Then you have a host of teams, St. Mary's, Mandan, Legacy, all right there nipping at the heels with Jamestown alongside of Bismarck High and Bismarck Century. In the East, it's kind of been 1A and 1B this year. That's really been West Fargo Cheyenne and Fargo Shanley. West Fargo, they've been close, and then Davies right there with them, and then South and North having 2 really solid seasons as well. And then, as we mentioned, Valley City coming on as of late. So it kind of looks like going to the EDC tournament, barring any upsets, that it's up to 6, but maybe even now up to 7, 1 through 7. From Shanley, Cheyenne down to Valley City, you can make an argument on any given type of night that whether it's the Spartans, the Bruins, the Eagles, or somewhere in between, without question the Mustangs, they would have a chance to make the state tournament, if not the EDC championship. Little schedule for West Fargo Cheyenne. They've won 5 straight matches and 4 straight in EDC conference play. They came back on Thursday, October the 14th. We mentioned this earlier in the City of Bridges out in Valley City, beating the Highlanders 3-2. And then the Mustangs swept Grand Forks Central in Grand Forks for a 2-point match in their last contest a week ago tonight on October the 19th, 25-8, 25-11, and 25-17. After tonight, West Fargo Cheyenne will play their final non-conference match of the season as they host a very good Kindred Viking club that's receiving votes in Class B here at West Fargo Cheyenne High School on Thursday night. Also, Abby Dukeshire, Taryn Johnson, a part of that volleyball lineup for the Kindred Vikings. Taryn Johnson, a MSUM Dragon volleyball commit, and Abby Dukeshire, she's heading to Alabama to play Division I softball in Tuscaloosa. So again, those are some of the players that Cheyenne will have to contend with on Thursday. On the opposite side for Fargo Davies, taking a look at their schedule. They've lost 2 straight for the 3rd time this season. The Davies were swept at Shanley from McCormick Gymnasium on October the 14th and swept at home on Saturday, October 16th against the West Fargo Packers. Nearly a week and a half from their last game on that particular Saturday to tonight. So for head coach Carolyn Olsen's squad, we'll see how the rotation looks, seeing working on some of the little things. Got some time off, not the worst thing on a long volleyball season, and see how this club comes rejuvenated here tonight. And they're looking for their first win since October the 12th. It feels like a long time, meaning 2 weeks, but they haven't played a lot of games since October the 12th against Wapaton. Up next, 2 matches for the Eagles at home against Devils Lake on Thursday and Red River on Tuesday, November the 2nd. So 2 winnable matches for Fargo Davies to try to close out and again, at bar minimum, be the number 4 seed entering the EDC quarterfinals and earn that final home playoff spot upcoming here for the EDC tournament. Davies history, last year 3rd place, finish in 2020. They beat Jamestown, went 27-7 on the season. State tournament appearances, 9 consecutive years from 2012 to last season. So far, 1 state title in their program history back 2 years ago in 2019, upending Bismarck Century 3-1. On the opposite side for West Fargo Cheyenne, 9 years as a varsity program, 0 state titles, but 3 state tournament appearances in the last 3 years since 2018. They have yet to play in a championship match here for West Fargo Cheyenne in terms of a state tournament. And a reminder, you can check out our website of yourliveevent.com. Make sure you go to our Facebook page or Twitter and search Your Live Event, or go to YouTube and hit the subscribe button, and you can check out what we have upcoming throughout the week. Right now, some Minnesota sectional football going on across the river. That's tonight in the quarterfinals. Got some volleyball action back for you on Thursday. EDC volleyball, Fargo Shanley against Fargo South. We'll have that contest for you on Your Live Event right here at 7 o'clock from the Bruin Den. On Friday, it's Dickinson at Fargo South in the North Dakota 11A playoffs in the quarterfinals of midgets and the Bruins. It'll be at 7 o'clock Friday night. Then on Saturday, Central Cass and Hillsborough Central Valley in the Class 11B quarterfinals. That kickoff will be at 2 o'clock. So again, we're getting into postseason mode, postseason play. 1 week left of the regular season here in North Dakota for Class A volleyball. Then you get to a week from Saturday, the play-in matches with the quarterfinals 2 weeks from tonight. So that's a look ahead, and also for volleyball fans out there, we will have the Mustangs back on right here on your live event a week from tonight on Tuesday, November the 2nd to close out the regular season. It'll be West Fargo Cheyenne at the Fargo South Bruins. So that's a look ahead. Again, yourliveevent.com. You can check out our complete rundown of our schedule. Coming up, we'll get to our winter sports schedule as well, where hockey boys and girls, basketball boys and girls, and wrestling boys and girls will have that on yourliveevent.com. And the nice thing is, if you go to our YouTube page, you can check out all the games for free by checking it on demand. Chase Miller here with you from West Fargo Cheyenne High School. Reggie Funk is manning the camera here on this windy day, but not too bad on the inside here at West Fargo Cheyenne High School. That does it for our Irie Insurance pregame show. For more, visit Irie Insurance online at IRIEINS.com. It's the West Fargo Cheyenne Mustangs, the number 5 rated team on the season. 22 wins, 6 losses, 16-2 in conference play. Head coached by Leah Newton, going up against the Fargo Davies Eagles with a mark of 20 wins, 9 losses, and 11-6 in conference play. Head coached by Carolyn Olson. Still to come, we'll get to the starting lineups and the first serve here from Sheyenne High School. It's EDC Volleyball.
We built Irie Insurance with one philosophy: hire great people and provide great service and options. We want to help protect your home, farm, crops, personal, and your businesses. Hello, this is Shane with Irie Insurance, and since day one, we have followed this golden rule to help protect you. That's why we have so many locations like West Fargo, Devils Lake, Hope, Hillsborough, Mackville, and Towner. To find out more about Irie Insurance, go to IRIEinsurance.com. Irie Insurance is an equal opportunity employer and provider.
What do basketball, choir, drama club, and marching band all have in common? They're all high school activities that offer learning opportunities not necessarily found in the classroom. They take up just a fraction of a typical North Dakota high school's budget, and they go a long way to giving young people the tools they need to thrive. High school activities, they're more than extracurricular. They're extra important, too. This message presented by the North Dakota High School Activities Association and the North Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Going to NDSCS, I found out way more than just like sports. I met a lot of people just on my floor, and then different activities you could go to that were on campus. For sure, I'll look back on all the memories and love it. My name is Grace, and I'm here for my future.
First week of college, I can't tell you how many friends I've made. It's a family, you know what I mean? Like every time I go to a meeting, like everyone knows my name. They're always kind to me. I love it. I can't explain how much I love it here. My name is Junior, and I'm here for my future.
If you want help from a firm who has integrity, respect, strives for excellence, and is interested in the benefit of the community, then look no further than Onstead Twitchell Attorneys. Our team of attorneys are dedicated and talented professionals who are committed to improving the lives of their clients and providing custom legal solutions with integrity and excellence. We have offices in West Fargo, Hillsborough, and Castleton, or visit our website at www.onsteadlaw.com.
Since 1981, Park Christian School has been educating the next generation of leaders in the Fargo, Moorhead, and West Fargo area. Park Christian's thoroughly Christian education and commitment to academic excellence has resulted in a confident tradition of student success. Students graduate from Park Christian School strong in their faith and well prepared for the rigors of college, career, and relationships. Call 218-236-0500 to schedule your visit or go online to parkchristianschool.org. As we come back here, as the Fargo Davies Eagles and West Fargo Cheyenne Mustangs non-starters right now are being presented. Let's take a look at the starting lineups here for Fargo Davies, head coached again by Carolyn Olson. They'll go with Ava Wild. The libero will be Emma Lawlick. Also there you have Kayla Seiler a 5'8 junior. Julia Limner on the court, a 5'11 hitter. Leah Lockway, a middle hitter, will be part of the rotation as sophomore at 5'11. You'll have Derringer, a 5'11 junior up front. Taylor Safransky, the center, a 5'7 senior. Miller at 6' junior. And Macy Wielden as part of the rotation, a 6'2 junior. From the West Fargo Cheyenne Mustangs, head coached by Leah Newton, they'll go like this. Engel, a 5'5 sophomore libero. Chloe Brown, a 5'11 junior. Also, Kenny Coulter will play a little bit of the center spot here for Cheyenne tonight. Kaylee Wasdorp, a 5'9 junior. Brooke Johnson, a 5'9 junior. Kaylee Tungseth, a 6' sophomore. Vivian Height, the 5'10 senior. And Lydia Stevenson, a 5'5 senior here for West Fargo Cheyenne. The Mustangs at 16-2 in conference play. Fargo Davies at 11-6 in conference play as well. Again, earlier this season, West Fargo Cheyenne swept the Eagles 25-8, 25-18, 25-10 back on September the 16th. So for West Fargo Cheyenne, trying to close out a regular season sweep. For Fargo Davies, trying to earn a win here tonight, split the season, also get one step closer to hosting a quarterfinal round game. A win here tonight for West Fargo Cheyenne, no doubt about it. They would at least be no worse than a number 2 seed entering the EDC's tournament. So that's what's still to come and what's on display here this evening for both of these teams. West Fargo Cheyenne on the right side of your screen, out in their white uniforms. For Fargo Davies on the left side of your screen, as they are out in their Vegas gold and alongside Cardinal red uniforms here for Fargo Davies. First serve just about ready to get underway. At about 7:38 here tonight between the Eagles and the Mustangs, two clubs that came into this season with high hopes and aspirations of finding themselves back at a state tournament. Two clubs and teams that have found themselves atop of the EDC conference the last 3 years, and you can kind of argue that Cheyenne and Davies with Shanley and what we've seen from West Fargo, that has been your bread and butter of the EDC. Then you throw in a Valley City. They've been awfully good in the last couple of seasons. You throw in what South and North has been able to do as of this year. Red River has a salty club as well when it comes to volleyball. So that's kind of what you're going to get year in and year out, barring one or two classes that graduate or some upperclassmen that move on, and then the younger classmen will have to come in as we get ready to get this one set as the officials able to get the volleyball, roll it over to the Eagles side, and Fargo Davies will come on to serve as this game officially gets underway at 7:38 on a Tuesday night. Here's the opening set as this will come to the right-hand side for West Fargo Cheyenne. They'll bump this one over on the third with Wasdorp. Here come the Eagles. Safransky to the outside. That's just pushed over by Seiler. Now it's going to be hit by Engel. This one goes outside. That's Brown going cross court. Ava Wild's there. This one comes to the middle. Lockway gets partially blocked at the net, and the Mustangs able to keep that one going. That's going to be a hit on the far side by Lawlick to keep it down the line, and getting that point out of play will be Seiler. She's unable to keep that one in, and Cheyenne takes the opening lead of the game at 1-0 early on here in set number one. If that point is any indication, might have to be some long rallies here tonight to earn some points. Service upcoming with Engel. Engel will have a service error as we're tied at one set apiece. Very similar to what we see kind of in basketball, the turnover bug, as Cheyenne will have their first one here of the night. And service on the way by Lockway. Lockway playing up front here for Fargo Davies. Leah, the 5'11 sophomore. This one goes in the back dugout there by Engel. Now it goes to the 10-foot line. Trying to get that one over. That's Bogenreef as she does over a double block for Davies. Wild goes down the end line. There's Bogenreef. Has it. Goes down the near side. Now that's Lockway. Then Chloe Brown able to come up and get the kill. That'll be her first for Chloe. It's now 2-1 West Fargo Cheyenne. Cheyenne earns the point, and they'll have an opportunity here to come out for this particular set as well. Service on the way. Wild is there, then Lalick has to get it. Then it goes and hits the light fixture here. And it's going to be a point for West Fargo Sheyenne as they now lead it 3-1. Service will continue with Engel. Mia, the 5'5", sophomore, hits it down the far sideline. Ava Wilds there, Safransky back set. Macy Wielden able to get the kill. Wielden, that'll be her first. It's 3-2 now in favor of the Mustangs. What we've seen from Fargo Davies throughout the season and the years, Ava Wild can be a little bit of a playmaker in her own right, but also you can kind of use her as a decoy and try to get the Wieldens, the Lockways of the world some one-on-one opportunities. That time, it was not a one-on-one opportunity as Wielden had to go through a double block for West Fargo Sheyenne, though they come back and answer immediately with a Bogenreef kill. Bogenreef earns her first kill tonight, and West Fargo Sheyenne regains the serve, leading it now 4-2. Bogenreef, Regan, a 5'8" junior with some hops. Service on the way here for the Mustangs. Safransky set outside Wild. Wild goes down the sideline. Able to keep that one going is Engel. Now to the 10-foot line as Wasdorp able to get that one over. Couple nicely in the back. Here comes a tip on the way by Wielden, and she gets the tip kill. Wielden with her second kill early on here for Fargo Davies as they're trailing it now 4-3. Substitution on the way here for the Eagles. Maya Miller, a 6-foot junior, will check in. Also coming into the game will be Ellie Krenz, a 5'7" senior. Krenz, little running jump serve, hits it down the end line. Coming on to set this one up is going to be Coulter into the middle and a block on the way after the hit by Height. This one gets over Lalick there with the outstretched reach, and for West Fargo Sheyenne, they'll earn the point now at 5-3. Service with Bogenreef. As Bogenreef will come on, a little running jump serve, hit down the end line. For Fargo Davies, they'll set it up outside Wild, trying to go cross court, and the set just put Wild a little bit closer and closer to the scores table as the Mustangs now with their largest lead here of set number 1 at 6-3. Bogenreef will continue to serve on this running jump set. Lalick there with the dig. This one goes outside to Wild. Wild blocked at the net, but out of play after she was blocked by Terhart. It's now 6-4 Eagles. Point there for Fargo Davies and Ava Wild, an all-EDC performer from a season ago. Lalick on to serve, hits this one out of play, and both teams now with one service error each here early in this contest as Sheyenne takes a 7-4 advantage. High school football, West Fargo Sheyenne will open up their quarterfinals on Friday night in their search to the Dakota Bowl. And they get an ace on the way. That comes by Height. Height gets the ace, her first one of the night. First one for either club. It's now 8-4 as the Mustangs are doubling up the Eagles. But back to the Dakota Bowl Friday, November the 12th inside the Fargo Dome. West Fargo Sheyenne would love to be there for a third consecutive year. The only thing they would want to change is they've been runners-up to Century. They would love to finally win their first state championship. Ava Wild able to come up for that one and spike it home as she earns the kill. 8-5 now on the side out. Wild with her second kill here for Fargo Davies. As the aforementioned Wild will come on and serve here after the rotation. Our head coach Carolyn Olson and the Eagles is checking out the game is Mackenzie Savageau. Wild hits the top of the net. This is going to be a tight ball at the net, and unable to get there is Kenny Coulter off the ricochet out as it went off for her alongside with Tungseth, and a point here for the Eagles at 8-6. Davies led early 3-2 since then. It's been all Sheyenne as Wild pulls the changeup and earns the ace. First ace of the night for the Eagles, now 8-7. So as much as we talk about the on-the-court play, particularly at the outside hitter for Wild, doing it at the service line as well. Wild back with a jump serve. This time goes to the back left corner. Sheyenne, they just got to get this one over on the third, but out of play on the hit by Wasdorp, and now we're knotted at 8 apiece. 4 straight points here for the Eagles as we're tied here at 8 and set number 1. The Eagles, again, 11-6 in conference play. Sheyenne at 16-2. Wild goes short again. Ingles there. Coulter with the set. Trying to punch one over. Instead, we're going to get a block on the way. Seiler there for the block. And Coach Newton needs an early timeout. Will Blake Ritham. Fargo Davies leads at 9-8 here early on in set number 1 at CDC Volleyball tonight here on your live event.
Degelman does put the effort and time into their employees by training them.
It's something that you think you couldn't do, but you can actually do it because you were trained to do it.
Once I got my confidence up, now I just feel pride.
I'm very proud to be leading the team that builds the toughest product in the manufacturing and agricultural industry.
EDC Volleyball here tonight. Fargo Davies and West Fargo Sheyenne. I've been kind of wondering about the Eagles this year. They've been able to take care of a lot of competition underneath them. They've had some really good contests in terms of 4-setters with South and North respectively, but it's been the teams in front of them of West Fargo, Sheyenne, and Shanley that they've came up short throughout the season. So this is a really good barometer going into the final week of the regular season here for head coach Carolyn Olson, and to see where this Eagle club is at after, again, having nearly a week and a half off in between matches. For West Fargo Sheyenne, they'll get that one over. For Fargo Davies, they'll answer with Seiler. Coulter with the set. This one comes to the middle over through a double block on the hit by Tungstep. This one gets back over with Miller. Then for Fargo Davies to the near side, going cross court on the hit there is Wasdorp. Now it goes back set Miller. Miller trying to get the tip at the 10-foot line. Ingles there. This play is still there. A free ball that has to get over the net. It can't. And one of the longer rallies early in set number 1 goes to Fargo Davies. The Eagles with 6 consecutive points right now. A little 6-0 run as they lead at 10-8. As Wild continues to serve. As she does, hits it down the near side. Wasdorp's there. This one goes back out to Wasdorp, and she earns the kill. Kaylee Wasdorp with her first. That's the third player for the Mustangs early in set number 1 to get a kill. It's now 10-9, Fargo Davies. Mustangs with Brooke Johnson, the 5'9 junior, on to serve here. It's high school again, started just as a freshman facility for a year, then slowly but surely grew into a high school. As Davies and Sheyenne, the 2 newest additions here in the EDC, with Horace High School, will be part of the EDC conference next year, where there will be 11 to now 12 teams in conference play, as Lockway just hammers one home. She hit it down the near side, and Lockway earns the point and the kill for Fargo Davies. That'll be her first kill of the match, and the Eagles will come on and serve this one with Safransky. Safransky will come back and play the setter spot here after they play this 2-setter rotation with Ellie Krenz and Safransky. Safransky with the serve. This one going to get to the 10-foot line, and Dodd's able to get that one over. Safransky hits it outside Seiler. Seiler over a double block, and the Mustangs unable to cover quick enough there after the hit by Wasdorp goes into that, and Seiler able for Fargo Davies to earn that point. 12-9 now for the Eagles. Their largest lead here of set number 1. Safransky will continue to serve. Here's going to be the set by Johnson. A tip on the way by West Fargo Sheyenne, and the opportunity there by Lawlick to get that one over on the free ball. Brown outside. Was that blocked, or did it ever go over the net? They're going to say it never went over the net after the hit by Brown, with Seiler there throwing up the block. So it's a 13-9 edge here for Fargo Davies. Again, the Eagles were down 8-4, and since then, it's been a 9-1 run by the Eagles. Safransky goes short. This one going to get set up to the middle. Brown goes right-hand side pass Wild for the side out at 13-10. This is one thing that Sheyenne has done for the majority of the year. They haven't allowed really long rallies by their opposition. Sure, you might get a couple points, but you won't get 3, 4, or 5-0 run too many times. Very quality team that can hurt you in many different ways for head coach Leah Newton. Lawlick with the dig. This one will be trying a dump kill there for Safransky. Now she backsets. Wild goes outside. Seiler with a deep push right-hand side. Ingle is there, as that's going to be Johnson. Gives it to the outside. Bogenreef will come up. Seiler keeps it going. Back set on the way. Wheeled in. This one off a block at the net. off the side of Bogenreef, and Wielden earns the kill, 14-10. Wielden with a match-high 3 kills early in this contest. Fargo Davies leads at 14-10. Short serve by Lockway. Good job by Engel to get there. Now they're just able to get it over on the third of the hit by Wasdorp. West Fargo Cheyenne back set outside Brown. Brown going cross court. Wheelan's there. And then we're going to have a net violation on the way by the Eagles. Both teams with one service error so far early in this one. Haven't seen too much in terms of net violations or other violations here this evening. West Fargo Cheyenne will come on and serve this one up with Engel. As she does, Wallach is there with a dig. This goes to the outside. Seiler earns the kill. Kayla Seiler, the 5'8 sophomore, makes it now 15-11. Service on the way here for the Eagles as Mackenzie Savageau will check in, the 5'7 junior outside hitter. Coach Leah Newton already took one timeout here in set number 1 for Cheyenne. She's got one more remaining for head coach Carolyn Olson. She's got 2. Lawlick outside. This is Wielden, and that one's going to go out of the court of play on the back end. Cheyenne now we'll see if they can get a little rally. It's kind of been 1 point Cheyenne, 1 or 2 points Davies. Haven't seen a rally by the Mustangs since it was 3-2 Davies, and then Cheyenne got up 8-4, but after it was 8-4, it's been all Eagles ever since. Kenny Coulter comes on his serve. This one dug out by Savageau. And then Lawlick just has to get it over on a free ball. This one Coulter with the set going outside. Bogenreef blocked at the net by Wielden, but out of play as Bogenreef will earn the kill. For Bogenreef, that's her second one. It's 13 points now for West Fargo Cheyenne. Trailing it by 2 as Coulter will continue to come on and serve. Good-looking service. Savageau almost has to do a face plant, and Ava Wild, she's going to be blocked at the net. Vivian Height is there. Height earns her first block, and don't look now, West Fargo Cheyenne a chance to tie at 15 apiece. Just mentioning a run by the Mustangs when we were going to see it here, and now it's coming. That one a line drive knuckler off the serve by Coulter. This one goes in, and it finds the placement for the Eagles. Julia Libner earns the kill. It's now 16-14. So Libner with her first kill of the match. Fargo Davies right now with 5 players currently with a kill. Service on the way for the Eagles and Ellie Krenz, the 5'7 senior. As Safransky checks out, Coulter with the set. Bogenreef trying to get the tip kill. Nicely done as she came up. Looked like she was going to spike and then just kind of gave it a little hit there with the palm. And it's that one over the net, now 16-5. Bogenreef just a player who can jump out of the gym, but very good vision that time by the junior Mustang. Bogenreef on to serve, and she earns the ace. Second ace of the night as a team for Cheyenne, and we're knotted at 16 apiece. First time we've been tied since it was 8-8 here in set number 1. Blackout night for the student section for West Fargo Cheyenne. Kind of wear your PJs night for the student section for Davies. This one comes, Ava Wild. Wild goes cross court. Nice job by Engel to get there. Then they just got to bump this one over on the third with Terhart. That one's going to go out of play, though, and a point for Fargo Davies. So the Eagles and Davies will continue to take advantage. Now up 17-16. As coming on will be Lawlick here. This one to the near side. The Eagles will have it on the back set. Miller with the 1-2, and that one is going to be a kill. And that one got the entire Eagle sideline to come up as Maya Miller hammers one home for the 6-foot junior, now 18-16. Miller gets her first kill of the contest. Coulter there with the set going to the outside, trying to get the tip kill was Wasdorp. Nice coverage on the way by Krenz, but eventually Cheyenne does earn the point. And tough points to come by right now for West Fargo Cheyenne having to earn it. Fargo Davies not making too many mistakes here in set number 1. Service on the way with Height. Height will come on, hit it back in the middle. Lawlick is there. Krenz going outside. Wild over a double block for the kill. Ava Wild, when she goes to the outside, she draws a lot of attention. That's her third kill. Davies up now by 2 as Seiler will check back in. 19-17 Eagles here in set number 1. Wild will hit this one down the end line. There is going to be Wasdorp. This one comes through the middle, and a kill on the way for West Fargo, Sheyenne, and Tungsteth. Going to be 19-18. Service on the way here for West Fargo, Sheyenne. This will be with Brooke Johnson. Johnson hits it, and that's going to be out of play. Service error number 2 here in set number 1 for the Mustangs. And that's kind of been that kind of a set here for West Fargo, Sheyenne. A chance to take the lead. They've unable to do it at 10-9, unable to do it at 15-14, 16-15, 16-16, and the same there now at 18, make that 19-18. Safransky on to serve. This one is going to be set up there by Johnson, hit to the outside, and the Eagles keep this one in play, and Wild does a nice job getting that one over. Johnson backs at Brown going down the end line. Wild there with the dig. Safransky sets it up outside Seiler, who's blocked at the net, and that's going to be in play. So Brown earns the block. Chloe earns her first block of the night, now at 20-19. Service on the way here for the Eagles. This will be with Wasdorp, the 5'9" junior, here for head coach Leah Newton. This one comes in the middle. Wild there with the dig. Safransky with the back set. Here comes Wielden. Wielden just kind of slow in motion there, earns the point as that one comes into it for the kill. Didn't get all of that volleyball, but got enough and around the block at the net to make it now 21-19 Eagles. As Wielden gets her 4th kill here of set number 1. Johnson set this one to the middle. Tungsteth was there on no block, and good sprawling attempt on the way by Wielden to keep this point in play here for the Eagles, but eventually there is a tip kill. Tungsteth earns the point, 21-20 right now. Tungsteth with her first kill of the night, and here's the old adage as we kind of becoming a broken record here in set number 1. Can the Mustangs try to tie and eventually take a lead here with the serve? Safransky outside. Seiler with a good-looking pushover in terms of the cross. Johnson backsets Brown, blocked at the net, but that's going to be a point here for the Mustangs. We're tied at 21 apiece as Brown earns her 2nd kill. We were tied at 16 as well, now tied at 21. Service here by Engel. Engel comes on to serve, dug out by Lawlick. This will be a dump opportunity by Safransky. And now this one just has to get a right punch that goes to our near official in Bogenreef there after the hit. Makes it 22-21 Eagles. Fargo Davies right now up by 3. A chance to close out this first set with a couple of nice serves by Savageau. On the opposite side, the Mustangs trying to get a quick little side out and get a chance to come back and steal set number 1. Savageau with the dig. Safransky going outside. Here comes Wild for the kill. 23-21. Ava Wild with a match-high 4 kills and a timeout by head coach Leah Newton. We'll keep it here 23-21. Davies right now with the advantage here in set number 1 as head coach Leah Newton will call her final timeout here of this set. For this club, West Fargo Sheyenne, again 16-2 on the season. Been a team that's been a tough out for no matter who they've been able to play from start to finish. Fargo Davies, a squad that back-to-back games, a little bit of a losing streak, playing awfully well right now, but you look at 6 losses so far on the year. One of those to Bismarck High, another to Bismarck Century at 1-2 respectively. A non-conference loss against Moorhead for West Fargo Sheyenne. A loss then against Fargo Shanley. And the Fargo invite, the Shields invite, in the early part of October, a loss against Sioux Falls, Washington, and Sioux Falls, Lincoln. So some awfully good clubs here that West Fargo Sheyenne has came up a little bit short to on the season, and then just kind of going through. 5-setter against Fargo North on September the 9th. They played a 5-setter against Moorhead on the 21st, and that's the last 5-setter until they played Valley City on October the 14th. So they've been able to take care of advantage in either 4 or get a sweep in these contests throughout. Here comes West Fargo Sheyenne on the tip over, and that's going to be with Brown. Brown gets her 3rd kill, and it's now a 23-22. West Fargo Sheyenne trails it just by 1. Service upcoming here for Coulter as she'll come on here for the Mustangs, and a chance for West Fargo Sheyenne to tie yet again, but this one to be at 23 apiece. Coulter, Lawlick there with the dig. This one goes to the outside as Wild. Wild just able to get a soft kill over, 24-22, and you just kind of know for the Eagles that the offense is going to revolve in some fashion around Ava Wild, and now a set opportunity, set point here in set number 1 for the Eagles. This will be with Ellie Krenz, the 5'7" senior. Part of 4 seniors here on the roster for head coach Carolyn Olson. That one's going to be in for an ace. Wasdorp thought that one was coming out, comes out of the sky at the very last second, and Krenz earns the ace for Fargo Davies, their 2nd here of the first set, as Fargo Davies wins set number 1 by a final of 25-22. We're back with the 2nd set next here on your live event.
Let's get real. You're ready for a place that's big enough to grow and small enough to care. So get ready for the University of Minnesota Crookston. With more than 30 majors, minors, and certificates, you'll earn a University of Minnesota degree in a close-knit community where faculty become friends and friends feel like family. And to get a degree that can make a difference, you don't need a big city, just big dreams. The University of Minnesota Crookston. Real, hands-on, ready.
For all your flooring needs, look no further than Carlson Customs Incorporated. From tile, Cortex, and laminate flooring, waterproof floors, shower tiles, and carpet, you are sure to find what you need to update or create the perfect feel in your home or business. Locally owned and operated, Carlson Customs Incorporated. Call Todd at 218-531-0176.
Back here on your live event, Chase Miller with you from West Fargo Cheyenne High School. Fargo Davies wins set number 1 by a final of 25-22. So again, set number 1 goes to the Eagles, 25-22 here for Fargo Davies. And Fargo Davies led in that first set, a 1-2 combination. Ava Wild with 5 kills, Macy Wielden with 4 kills for Fargo Davies in that first set. Again, that's their 1-2 combination for Sheyenne. Chloe Brown and Regan Bogenreef both with 3 kills respectively for the Mustangs. So as Fargo Cheyenne digs themselves just a little bit of a hole on the opposite side for Fargo Davies. Talk about a chance to play your best volleyball here this season, and it's right now against the number 5 rated team in the state in West Fargo Cheyenne, and a win here would go a long way again to trying to earn at least a number 4 seed here in the EDC tournament. Eagles, before they kind of had that week and a half off, lost 3-0 at Fargo Shanley and lost 3-0 on a Saturday against the West Fargo Packers. And now all of a sudden this team kind of comes in and we're starting to see them play awfully well here tonight here for Fargo Davies. Service upcoming here for West Fargo Sheyenne. On the way as the Mustangs will come on with Johnson. Lawlick hits this one outside Seiler. Seiler with the deep push back right corner. Johnson backs at Brown. Brown with the tip. Covered nicely on the way by Lockway. Here it goes outside Seiler trying to earn the tip. Covered nicely by Johnson. Engel to the back as Wasdorp is there. Almost gets the kill after the effort by Safransky. And Wheelding gets this one over on a push. To the middle, blocked at the net. The Mustangs trying to keep that one alive. They can as they're going to call a lift. And Davies earns the point at 1-0. Service upcoming here as this one will be with Lockway. This one going to be a kill after the hit by Wasdorp. Her second kill, and we're knotted at 1 apiece here in set number 2. So for Fargo Davies, kind of always mentioned about getting a little bit extra there with Wild, and for West Fargo Sheyenne, try to find Brown, Bogan Reef, kind of get the middle blockers going here for the Mustangs. This one will come, a knuckler. Ava Wild gets the dig. This one goes to the middle near side on the hit there by Lockway. Then the right-handed fist by Safransky. Fargo Davies eventually gives the point to West Fargo Sheyenne. 2-1 here in favor of the Mustangs. This one will go to the right-hand side. Wasdorp on to serve. This one, Lawlick there with the dig. Back set on the way. This one will be Seiler. And Seiler just rifles one to the back end for a 2-2 tie. Seiler with the kill. That's going to be her second. And we're tied at 2 apiece here early on in set number 2. Coming on to serve will be Savageau. Savageau part of the rotation here for head coach Carolyn Olson as the season has went along. Here comes a push on the way. Good looking spot there by Bogenreef to the back right corner. Wheeled in with an opportunity, and a good job by Sheyenne contouring her body there was Tungstaff at the net. Then Wild earns the kill after she goes around Brown, and Ava Wild's got her 6th kill. It's now 3-2 Fargo Davies. As Savageau will come on. That one just a floater. Johnson at the net, and we're going to have a violation here on another lift here as Johnson got really tight to the net and tried to get that to the middle blocker. 4-2 Fargo Davies. Opposite of what happened in set number 1 where Sheyenne got up to as much by as 8-4. Davies right now playing well early here in the second set. Bogenreef blocked at the net on a play though after Wheeldon was at the net with Libner. And a point here for West Fargo Sheyenne. Bogenreef with the kill, 4-3. Service on the way here by Engel. As Engel will come on, that one just gets over the net. Lawlick with the dig, back set on the way. Wheeldon's blocked at the net, then they try to get Lawlick there with that one, and they're going to say it was never actually blocked over the net as that was hit into the net, so we're tied at 4 apiece. Engel will come on to serve here. The Mustangs trying to even this one up in the second set. Engel hits it to the opposite libero there in Lawlick. Safransky outside Wild. Wild just puts a little changeup on that hit. And then Sheyenne has to muster one over as they do with Brown. This one, Safransky outside Wild. Wild with a tip. Bogenreef is there on the cover. Back set on the way by Johnson. Brown blocked at the net, and that's Ava Wild. Wild earns her first block of the contest. It's 5-4 Davies. Rotation upcoming here for the Eagles as the officials will come on to the near side here and talk things over. Currently, again, it was a point awarded to Fargo Davies. We'll see if we have a jump ball situation and replay the point or if they give it to West Fargo Sheyenne, but we'll keep it at 5-4. This allows us to take a look at our Your Live event schedule again coming up later this week, and they will earn and award the point saying it was out, so negate it. So now it will be 5-4 Sheyenne over Fargo Davies if that one was hit out. Not a block as Ava Wild will come back here and get the explanation as the far sideline. Again, they said that that one was in play to start, and then the officials talk it over and say that one was out. So West Fargo Cheyenne will continue to serve here with Ingles. So take the block away as well from the stat column from Wild. Mia on to serve. Safransky set. Libner unable to get that one over the net, and Cheyenne now takes a 6-4 edge. Again, YourLiveEvent.com. Some high school football upcoming on Friday night. Fargo South and Dickinson in the 11A quarterfinals. Also, volleyball Shanley and South Thursday night from the Bruin Den at 7. Wild on the quick passing there to the outside earns the kill. That's her 7th. Fargo Davies currently trailing by a point here early in set number 2. As Miller will check into the contest alongside with Krenz, which means Safransky and Wielden will come out of the game. Krenz now will be the setter here for the Eagles. Krenz hits the one into the middle. There with the dig was Wasdorp on the pass. Now she'll have to get it right back over the net. Wild. This one comes to the outside. Wild over a double. And this one tried and kept alive after the hit there by Johnson. But Wild continues to just slowly but surely rack up the points. We're tied at 6 apiece right now here in set number 2. Tied early on at 4 apiece. 2 and now at 6. So every 2 points. We've been tied early in this particular set. Ramsey Brown earns the kill as that one's going to be right in front of Ellie Krenz. West Fargo Cheyenne now at 7-6. Chloe Brown, excuse me. Ramsey Brown, a very good basketball player that played for the Devils like Firebirds for the last couple of years. Chloe Brown again with the kill. That's going to be her 4th of the night, and Cheyenne leads it now 7-6. Coulter on to serve. This one dug out by Savageau. Back set on the way. Miller's there with the tip and kill. Miller earns that one as it's now 7 apiece. Coming on will be Lawlick. Emma, the 5'3 junior. Libero. This one will be dug out in the middle. Here comes Coulter outside Bogenreef. Bogenreef goes to the outside now for Davies, and Ava Wild hits this one into the net as Cheyenne gets back up by 1, 8-7. Haven't seen either team make a run here. The largest lead of this particular set's been 2 by West Fargo Cheyenne early here in the second set. Bogenreef on to serve. That one gets dug over by Savageau right back to Cheyenne's side, and then a miss hit by Wasdorp earns the point for Fargo Davies. Haven't seen too many of those here tonight from either club, either off the assist or set. Instead, it's going to be a point here for Fargo Davies. Ava Wild will come on. This one going to be short right by the 10-foot line. Coulter tries to keep that one going after this one was hit in play. It's now 9-8 Fargo Davies. Timeout on the court will break as well. Timeout by head coach Leah Newton will break here early in the second set. Davies up by 1 on YourLiveEvent.com.
If you're an Ada business, you may be eligible to receive 1% interest loans from the Ada EDA. This 1% interest loan is available for business expansion, business renovation, business improvements, and new businesses in Ada. Visit or contact Ada City Hall to receive additional information at how your business may be eligible to receive 1% interest loans from the Ada EDA. Contact the City of Ada, 784-5520, or visit adamn.gov.
As we come back here on YourLiveEvent.com, Your Live Event on social media as well. 9-8 early on here for Fargo Davies. Take a look at the Eagles' schedule as what they've been able to do so far here in 2021. Is just a little while ago we're taking an inside dive into West Fargo Cheyenne for the Eagles this year. A club that, again, as of late, lost 2 consecutive games, 3 of their last 7. And we've seen a little up and downs here throughout the years for Fargo Davies so far. They had their first loss in that Bismarck crossover, 3-0 to Century and 3-0 to Jamestown. As Fargo Davies right now with Krenz, back sets Miller. Miller goes cross court. West Fargo Cheyenne is there. This one comes Coulter to the middle, and earning the kill is going to be Heights. So a point for West Fargo Cheyenne as it's now tied up at 9 apiece. Well, Fargo Davies also lost 3-0, 3 consecutive times at West Fargo against Shanley and Sheyenne. A 3-2 loss against North, and then dropped one against Bismarck High in the Fargo Invite, and then lost 3-0, 3-0 against Shanley and West Fargo. Getting that point is going to be Lockway at the net as the Eagles now take a 10-9 advantage. So again, both teams playing some quality competition, coming up short a little bit, but this would be, if Davies is able to close out this second set and have a chance to beat the Mustangs on their opposition's floor, this would be one of the better wins of the season here for Fargo Davies, and a team trying to take some advantage here into the final 2 matches of their regular season before postseason play begins. That one had just a little bit too much mustard on it from the back row with Bogan Reef. Now 11-9 Eagles. Service upcoming here for Safransky. Bogan Reef there with the dig. This one going to be back set Coulter, hitting one across the way for the kill. It is going to be Terhark. 11-10 now. Here as the Eagles are up by 1. As we see for Leah Luton, chance to make a rotation, bring some different faces and players on, and that's what we've seen for Fargo Davies, for the Packers, alongside for Fargo Shanley. You definitely have a little bit of their 6 or 7 person rotation, and then all of a sudden you bring 8, 9, and 10. This one going to be hit at the net. Lockway hits that one out of play, and we're tied now at 11 apiece here in this contest. Service upcoming for the Mustangs. This one's going to be with Brooke Johnson, the 5'9 junior. We've seen her set, play on the back end as well. Wild with the set outside. Seiler with a push. Wasdorp gets it right back here, trying to go down the middle. Wild with the dig, going outside Seiler. Seiler with a hard aggressive tip, blocked out the net. Back set goes Wheeldon, and Wheeldon couldn't get that one over the ribbon. It's now 12-11 West Fargo Sheyenne. Sheyenne will come out here and continue to serve. This will be with Brooke Johnson. Johnson's serve it. Lawlick, after the miss it on the pass there, just has to get it over on a free ball. This one comes to the middle. Johnson getting blocked. Going to be his Tungseth, and an opportunity there for Lockway. Nice job by Lockway at the net now. 12 apiece here. And the aforementioned Lockway will come on to serve. She is the daughter of MSUM football coach Steve Lockway. Johnson will come onto the outside. Wasdorp goes right-hand side. Wild with the dig. Safransky going outside. Seiler. Seiler gets blocked at the net. Tries to keep it in play. Does Wild, trying to chase that volleyball down to the scores table. Runs out of real estate. And a point here for West Fargo Sheyenne, up by 1 at 13-12. West Fargo Sheyenne, service on the way with Wasdorp. Wasdorp will hit this one into the net for the Mustangs, their 3rd service error as a team here. Just the first as the second set. For Fargo Davies, they just have 1, and we're tied at 13 apiece. That second set's kind of been like pulling your teeth or not wanting to go to the dentist and get a filling. Neither team has just been able to find some rhythm here. It's been a point apiece, maybe 2, and then get one right back. Which team can kind of get in rhythm first here? Wild gets the kill over a double block of Brown and Tungseth. Wild now with her 9th kill of the night as Davies regains the edge by 1. Savageau will continue to serve. This one goes to the right-hand side by Brown, and then they'll just have to get it over as they do with Wasdorp. This one goes back set. That's going to be at the net, and Wheeldon earns the points. 15-13, Wheeldon with her 5th kill, only behind Ava Wild as a team right now in the player column for the Eagles. Savageau will come out here, hits one short as that one's actually going to go off the head of Libner and the ponytail. 15-14 service error here on the Eagles, their 2nd of the match. As Engel will come on here for the Mustangs. Lawlick there with the dig. This goes to the 10-foot line. Safransky outside Wild. Good coverage on the way by Bogan Reef. Now Bogan Reef will have a chance at this one as that one's going to be out as you have the pole that comes up, and she hit it on the out-of-bounds side of the pole, as the officials now will come out and make sure that the net is all right. 16-14 Eagles. Volleyball match start a little bit late with the intense JV game. 7:38 for a first serve, currently 40 minutes old. Good serve on the way by Krenz. Fargo Davies then sees Krenz there, and Miller able to bump it over on 3. Johnson, back set Brown, and Brown earns the kill. Chloe Brown with her 5th kill of this match, her 2nd of the set, and the Mustangs are back within 1. See a lot of quick offense, quick transition, and in volleyball, that pass. If you can get that nice stick to the pass and allow the setter to tee it up for those hitters, it can be an easy night in volleyball, but sometimes if that pass just goes awry, then you're playing a little bit more on your back heel on the defensive side from the offense. Lawlick, Miller at the 10-foot line, just able to get that one over on 3. This one, Coulter to the middle. Going to get that hit there was Height, and we're going to get a net violation on Libner and the Eagles, so now we're tied at 16 apiece. Service will continue here by Kennedy Coulter, the 5'7" junior for West Fargo Sheyenne. 3 seniors on their roster, then a bevy of juniors and sophomores here for head coach Leah Newton. This one just hits the top of the net. Savageau with the dig outside is Wild. This one goes on the Cheyenne side, as we're going to have a lifter to that one for a second. Stood on the fist there of Height. It's now 17-16 Fargo Davies. Coming on will be Lawlick here for the Eagles. This one coming to the middle. Now it's going to be to the outside here for Bogenreef. Blocked at the net. And Miller and Lockway was there. We'll give this one to Miller. Maya, part of the 3rd Eagle so far with a block here tonight. Now 18-16 Davies. Service upcoming here, Lawlick. This one comes to the middle, to the outside. Here's Bogenreef as she's able to get that one over. Fargo Davies outside, Wild over a double block. This one kept alive, or they're going to say no, a lift. So a point again for the Eagles, 19-16, and Coach Leah Newton might need to take her final timeout here of this second set. 19-16, Fargo Davies over West Fargo Cheyenne here late in the second. We'll break with them here on your live event.
For all your flooring needs, look no further than Carlson Customs Incorporated. From tile, Cortex, and laminate flooring, waterproof floors, shower tiles, and carpet, you are sure to find what you need to update or create the perfect feel in your home or business. Locally owned and operated, Carlson Customs Incorporated. Call Todd at 218-531-0176.
Still to come this week in EDC Volleyball on Thursday night, a number of games. Red River at Valley City. West Fargo travels to Grand Forks for a date with the Central Knights. Wahpeton will make the trek up I-29 and play at the Spartan Dome at Fargo North. Then Devils Lake at Fargo Davies. And our match will feature Fargo Shanley at Fargo South on your live event at 7 o'clock. All those are conference game. The one non-conference game, Kindred in Class B going up against Class A West Fargo Cheyenne. That'll be Thursday night right here from Cheyenne High School. That should be a fun match, just as well should the Shanley and Fargo South be a fun match upcoming on Thursday night at 7 right here on your live event. Lawlick on to serve after the timeout by West Fargo Cheyenne. They go to Bogenreef. There's no touch at the net, no deflection as Bogenreef. That one goes out of play now, 20-16 Eagles. The Fargo Davies Eagles 5 points away from closing out set number 2 and getting up 2 sets to love here. Lawlick goes short. Coulter outside. Bogenreef gets it over on the 3rd. Krenz is there on the cover. This one comes outside. Miller for the kill on the outside, and Maya Millers came alive tonight here on a Tuesday at Cheyenne High School as the Eagles now take a 21-16 edge. Largest lead here in the second set for either club. This is the largest lead in any set so far that we've played. Coulter, back set, going down the end, and springing up was Bogenreef, and she earns the point on the side out. Bogenreef, her 5th kill to lead with Brown as the individual kill column, her 2nd of this second set, 21-17. And that would be a perfect time to get a little rally going with Bogenreef serving. Wallach there with the dig. This one gets set outside Wild, going cross court, and Wild earns another kill. Just continues to come through. That one goes off of Engel, her 10th kill of the match, now 22-17. Service on the way here comes up for Wild. As Wild will be in the back here, 3 points away for Fargo Davies. As head coach Leah Newton will come out right now and talking with the official on the far side at the scorers table. That's why we're having a little pause and play here. No timeouts remaining again for the Mustangs. 2 timeouts remaining here for Fargo Davies in this second set. The Eagles, though, right now saying, we don't need any timeouts. Let's find a way to finish this one off and get up 2-0. Here it comes to the middle, and West Fargo Sheyenne quick passing. Good dig, good pass, good set, and good kill. Vivian Height continues to come alive. Here's the middle blocker and middle hitter. Height earns her 2nd kill, and a service upcoming here for the Mustangs. A chance to get right back in this one with a couple of good points as Height will go to the service line. As she does a service error, though, 4th as a team for the Mustangs here in this game, and that's now 23-18. And those stats really come alive, a little bit of the missed hits or service errors when you're trying to come back, where every point is so vital in a match. Safransky serves for the Eagles. Kendi Coulter back set. This one will go across and get over on the third with Terhart. To the outside, Safransky. Seiler's there, and Seiler earns the kill. As there on the back end was Bogenreef, and that's going to be a point there for Seiler. As Seiler gets her 3rd kill, it's now 24-18. Fargo Davies with a set point here for Safransky. This one comes in, Kendi Coulter. Wasdorp with the tip. Eagles keeping the quarter play, then pushed over on 2 with Wild. Coulter to the middle. This one going to be kept alive with Safransky and Wielden, and Wild able to get that one over on the 3rd. Now Wasdorp trying to finally end this one. She does. Wasdorp ends a very tough earned point there for West Fargo Sheyenne. Kaylee earns her 3rd kill. It's now 24-19. And the Mustangs will need 5 consecutive points here to try to at least get this one to go a little bit extra in the second set. This one comes to the middle. Wild there with a dig. Safransky to the middle. Now there's Seiler. This one's going to get hit. Back set on the way to Brown. Brown just lofts it over. Good coverage there by Lockway. Back set Wielden. Wielden trying to get this one over. Blocked at the net. Then Ava Wild at the 10-foot line gets into the middle. This one comes to the middle, and then getting that one is going to be Engel, and Engel gets it over on the 3rd. Fargo Davies. This is going to be tipped on the way by Wielden for the kill. 25-19. Wielden throws out the changeup there, and the Eagles take set number 2, and they lead it 2-0 here at West Fargo Sheyenne. Set number 2, 25-19. Set number 1, 25-22. We're back after this with the 3rd set as West Fargo Sheyenne finds themselves in a hole. They were able to climb out of it 2 weeks ago in Valley City down 2-0. Can they do it again here in the month of October? Or can Fargo Davies close them out here in a 3-set sweep on the road here on your live event?
We built Irie Insurance with one philosophy: hire great people and provide great service and options. We want to help protect your home, farm, crops, personal, and your businesses. Hello, this is Shane with Irie Insurance, and since day one, we have followed this golden rule to help protect you. That's why we have so many locations like West Fargo, Devils Lake, Hope, Hillsboro, Mackville, and Towner. To find out more about Irie Insurance, go to IrieInsurance.com. Irie Insurance is an equal opportunity employer and provider.
What do basketball, choir, drama club, and marching band all have in common? They're all high school activities that offer learning opportunities not necessarily found in the classroom. They take up just a fraction of a typical North Dakota high school's budget, and they go a long way to giving young people the tools they need to thrive. High school activities, they're more than extracurricular. They're extra important, too. This message presented by the North Dakota High School Activities Association and the North Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Going to NDSCS, I found out way more than just like sports. I met a lot of people just on my floor, and then different activities you could go to that were on campus. I for sure will look back on all the memories and love it. My name is Grace, and I'm here for my future.
First week of college, I can't tell you how many friends I've made. It's a family, you know what I mean? Like every time I go to a meeting, like everyone knows my name. They're always kind to me. I love it. I can't explain how much I love it here. My name is Junior, and I'm here for my future.
If you want help from a firm who has integrity, respect, strives for excellence, and is interested in the benefit of the community, then look no further than Onstead Twitchell Attorneys. Our team of attorneys are dedicated and talented professionals who are committed to improving the lives of their clients and providing custom legal solutions with integrity and excellence. We have offices in West Fargo, Hillsboro, and Castleton, or visit our website at www.onsteadlaw.com.
As we come back here, getting ready for the third set, Fargo Davies right now up 2-0 over West Fargo Sheyenne here in EDC Volleyball tonight. And Ava Wild, as they just mentioned, over the scores table here, and the public dress announcer, 1,000 career kills now over that milestone for Ava Wild. And Wild going to be one of those in the running without question, an all-conference player, but also potentially an all-EDC first-team member, or either a senior of the year candidate here for West. Make that Fargo Davies. It's the Fargo Davies Eagles 2-0 right now with a 25-22, 25-19 in set one and set two. We'll see what set number three potentially brings out here, but Fargo Davies playing awfully well against West Fargo Sheyenne, and kind of going back for West Fargo Sheyenne. We'll have to take a look back at their particular schedule and see how many times they've lost at home this year, as that doesn't happen too often here, as their losses are on neutral sites in Bismarck, a neutral site here at Fargo, at the Fargo Invite. Then they lost at Shanley, and then they lost at Moorhead. So West Fargo Sheyenne has yet to lose here at home in 2021, in danger of doing so here tonight. While for Fargo Davies, a club that, again, mentioned, lost to Jamestown and Bismarck Century, West Fargo, Shanley, West Fargo Sheyenne earlier in the season on September the 16th. Fargo North 3-2 at the Spartan Dome. Right now, Fargo Davies playing an awfully good EDC volleyball match here tonight and trying to find a way to close this one out, as the Eagles will make the substitution, as Libner will check out. Lalick will come in as we get ready here for set number three. And Taylor Safransky will come on here and do the honors to get things going here in the third. Again, West Fargo Sheyenne needs to win this one to get to set number four and try to get to set number five. Davies looking to close them out and get the sweep. Brown going to be blocked at the net. They try to keep it alive, and there's going to be a lift violation here. And the block comes, and Fargo Davies earns the point. Up 1-0. Service on the way here for Safransky. As Safransky will come on this one, a knuckler to the back end, to the middle here, and just hitting that one as she was going down. It's kind of like going up the elevator, then coming back down there was Tungsteth, as she just got enough of that one to get it over. 2 quick points for Fargo Davies, but that one again hit out of play. This one comes to the middle. Here comes West Fargo Sheyenne. They're able to get that one over on the third. Safransky back set. Wheeldon going cross court. This one comes to the middle now, a chance on the hit. Safransky, Wheeldon trying to tip this one. Hits that one into the net, though. 2-1, Fargo Davies with the edge. And right now for West Fargo Sheyenne, just trying to find a way to battle through this one right now and get a little something going, as they've had to really work for anything they have gotten here, as Fargo Davies has been playing a little bit of everywhere on the floor. Here comes Seiler, left-hand side. Seiler finds the right spot in the court of play and earns the kill. Seiler, that's her 4th of the match. It's now 3-1 Fargo Davies. Service on the way here for Lockway. This one dug out in the back. Here it comes by Brown. Safransky's there for the Eagles, and Safransky just has to get it over on the third. Engel to the middle, Johnson. Johnson goes outside Bogenreef. This one blocked and then goes off of Bogenreef's head, and Engel tries to cover. Macy Wielden there on the block. It's now 4-1. Service on the way. This will be with Lockway yet again. That one's going to be out of play as the Eagles have their 3rd service error. It's now 4-2 Fargo Davies against West Fargo Sheyenne, and Engel will come on and serve. As she does, this one gets hit down the end line there. Safransky going to the outside. Seiler almost gets that particular kill. This one comes to the middle. Going to be a joust at the net, won by Brown and West Fargo Sheyenne. Here's Wielden. Wielden going to have a lift violation. After that one was in the palm of her hand for an extra split second. 4-3 now, Fargo Davies. Engel will continue to serve here for the Mustangs. Team that's just trying to find their footing a little bit here tonight at home. This one goes down the right-hand side. Wild is there with the dig. Safransky gets the bump to the 10-foot line. Seiler able to get that one over. Then it comes to the middle, to the left-hand side. That one hit and missed by Hyatt. And it's now 5-3 Davies. Savage Joe will come on to serve. This match now almost an hour old here tonight. That started at 7:38. Service on the way by Savage Joe. This one will come. Back set on the way, Brown. Brown goes to the right-hand side, and that one's hit out. Now 6-3 Davies. So Davies starting with a little bit of a momentum here early on in the 3rd set, as Savage Joe will continue to serve. This one dug out in the middle. To the right-hand side is Bogenreef. Bogenreef with the left hand tips it over to the outside. Here it comes Wild into the net. And now 6-4. Service on the way here as Coulter will check in alongside with her for West Fargo Sheyenne. That'll be Lexus Terhark. Service upcoming here for Coulter and the Mustangs. Coulter hits that one into the middle, dug out there by Lawlick. Then it's going to go with an opportunity on the hit there by Safransky. Wielden then gets that one. Mustangs do a nice job with Wasdorp to keep this rally going. Then it's going to be a kill by Ava Wild. Bring the hammer, the exclamation point. Call her the closer in a long rally. Davies now leads at 7-4. Wild with her 11th kill as the Eagles right now just continue. It just feels like have the momentum. They got the energy up. They're finding ways just to keep that volleyball in the court of play and finish off some points. Coulter to the outside. A nice hammer after the hit there by Terhark. That was one of the hardest hit balls of the match. Terhark earns that kill, and it's now 7-5. Upcoming here is going to be Bogenreef. Bogenreef hits this one out of play. As Lawlick will come on. Substitution as Lockway will play up front with Wild and Miller here for Fargo Davies. This one hit to the right-hand side. Wasdorp, Coulter, back to Wasdorp. A push on the way. Lawlick on the cover. Krenz outside, Wild, right-hand side. Engel there with the dig. Coulter to Wasdorp over a double block, and Lawlick tries to keep that one alive. She can't, and a side out here for West Fargo Sheyenne. And for the Mustangs, they'll come on and serve this one, as that's going to be with Height. And Height will have a service error as well. So the 6th of the contest, the second here in this set, and Fargo Davies will take a couple of free points, leading it by 3 at 9-6. Service on the way here for Wild. Wild will come. That one just over the net. This one at the 10-foot line. Coulter, this one hit over. Lawlick is there. This one gets hit to the outside. That's going to be blocked at the net after the hit by Seiler. Good job on the block, the 1-2 combination, and maybe that might be the little bit of the spark in the arm. Callie Tungstedt earns the block. It's now 9-7. Block on the way there by Tungstedt. That's her first of the match. And we'll see if the Mustangs can use this. Here comes Krenz, backs at Miller. Miller goes cross court there. Nice dig by West Fargo Cheyenne. Backs it on the way. This one going to be blocked at the net. On the way by Miller, and Miller does a nice job there for her second block. Now 10-7. Safransky will come into the back here, and for Fargo Davies, I'll come on and serve this one up. This one to the middle. West Fargo Cheyenne set outside Wasdorp, and Wasdorp gets the kill. 10-8. Wasdorp with her 4th kill. A point on the way here for West Fargo Cheyenne as they'll come on and serve. This will be with the aforementioned Wasdorp right now. Mustangs trailing it by 2 in this third set. If you're just joining us, Davies won set number 1, 25-22, and set number 2, 25-19. Macy Wheeling goes to the left-hand side as this one's going to come over, blocked at the net, and there's going to be Lockway. Lockway with the block. It's now 11-8. Leah's second block of this particular match, and for Fargo Davies right now, they'll come on with the aforementioned Leah to serve here in the third set. Lockway down the line. This one comes to the middle. West Fargo Cheyenne to the outside. That's going to be touched at the net and a kill by Tungstedt. So Tungstedt doing well with the block and a kill there. 11-9 right now. Fargo Davies up by 2. West Fargo Cheyenne make the substitution as Engel will come on to serve here for the Stangs. Service here for Engel to the back right corner. Safransky outside Limner. Limner then is blocked at the net. Getting a couple more blocks here in this third set from both parties as West Fargo Cheyenne gets it back down, now down by 1. Davies has led throughout here in set number 3. Cheyenne trying to tie here at 11. Lawlick with the dig in the back row. Safransky goes outside Seiler. Seiler off the near side gets that one off of Brown for the kill. 12-10 now. Davies with the advantage. As Savageau will come on to serve. Davies got up 3-1, 6-3, 8-5. Their largest lead has been 3 right now here in this third. Knuckler on the way. This one comes near side. This one able to get punked over there by Bogenreef. Fargo Davies with Wheeldon. That'll be out of play and a point here for West Fargo Cheyenne at 12-11. Substitution here as Kendi Coulter will check in for the Mustangs. Also returning for head coach Leah Newton. Alexis Terhark at 5'10" as Terhark will play up front. Coulter will come on and set. This one, Safransky outside Wild. Wild able to jab that one over and then trying to answer, and that one's going to be in. Wheeldon thought that one was going to come out, and Bogenreef just steals a point for the Mustangs. The old hustle advantage there. Mark that one down. We're tied at 12. Bogenreef able to get the tie. This is the first time we've been tied since it was 0-0. Served by West Fargo Cheyenne, and there's an ace. And now you talk about momentum. Momentum going now to the team clad in white. In West Fargo Cheyenne, Coulter earns the ace. It's 13-12. Lawlick trying to earn the dig, and another ace here by Kendi Coulter. 14-12. Cheyenne now up by 2. And you just wonder if 1 or 2 more points by the Mustangs, we get a timeout by head coach Carolyn Olson. She likes her squads, though, throughout the years to try to play through it, Wild, that helps. Outside and the kill. 12 kills for a match high now for Ava Wild. Eagles down by 1 as Miller will check back into the contest, and Krenz, Safransky, and Wielden will come out here for the Eagles. Sheyenne up front there with Terhark. To the near side, Coulter again. The setter, here comes Krenz. Hits it left-hand side. Coulter goes to the middle. Back set there by Savageau to the outside, Wild. Wild able to jab this one over. Wasdorp to the outside. Over to the hit there by Terhark. This one comes with Miller. Miller goes to the back end, and she earns the kill. Engel couldn't quite handle that one. We're not at 14 apiece. Tied at 14 here in set number 3. Fargo Davies and West Fargo Sheyenne EDC Volleyball. A preview of what a potential EDC semi might look like. Or maybe even a championship, barring where the seed line goes between both these teams. Krenz earns an ace. That'll be Ellie's second of the match, third as a team. Davies now at 15-14 with the edge. Service here by Krenz. That goes down the end line. Engel there. Coulter goes outside. Bogenreef absolutely unloads. It goes right back on the Davies side. And here comes Wild right-hand side. The Mustangs then going to be tied at the net. And the Eagles earn the point. 16-14. Wild with her 13th kill. Bogenreef just absolutely uncorked one. But Lawlick was there with that particular side out, and a timeout on the floor by head coach Leah Newton will break. Fargo Davies leads it by 2 here on your live event.
81, Park Christian School has been educating the next generation of leaders in the Fargo, Moorhead, and West Fargo area. Park Christian's thoroughly Christian education and commitment to academic excellence has resulted in a confident tradition of student success. Students graduate from Park Christian School strong in their faith and well prepared for the rigors of college, career, and relationships. Call 218-236-0500 to schedule your visit or go online to parkchristianschool.org.
Fargo Davies up 16-14 here in the third set on your live event. Chase Miller with you alongside. We have Reggie Funk running the camera here on this Tuesday night. The Eagles played awfully well here away from their home and trying to hand West Fargo Sheyenne their first home loss of the season. Eagles up by 2 right now with Krenz coming on to serve. After the timeout by head coach Leah Newton, she'll have 1 remaining for head coach Carolyn Olson. She's got 2 in her back pocket if she would like to use them. This one goes left-hand side. That one hit out of play. For Fargo Davies, their 4th service there as a team. Service on the way here for the Mustangs. Lawlick. This one goes back to Miller. Miller partially blocked at the net. Trying to keep that one alive is Bogenreef. They're able to get it over on the second then with Coulter. Krenz, middle, Libner, tip. This one going to get hit by Engel, trying to get that one off the net. They can't after the quick little hit there by Engel to Coulter. And Fargo Davies now leads at 17-15. Service upcoming here for Fargo Davies, as this will be Lawlick in the back here for the Eagles. Fargo Davies up by 2 here in set number 3 as Lawlick will come on. This one going to be to the middle here for West Fargo Sheyenne, getting blocked at the net. Wild there with the block. They're able to get this one over them by Engel to the back left corner. Savageau, Krenz, back set, Miller with the tip. West Fargo Sheyenne sees it come on their side here. Wasdorp up and over, almost gets the kill. Krenz was there on the back end. West Fargo Cheyenne Coulter. Wasdorp winds up and delivers. 17-16. Wasdorp with her 5th kill. Davies up by 1. Later here into this third set, the Mustangs will come on and serve, as this will be with Height. Height comes on here into the middle. Lawlick there with the dig. This one goes to the back outside as Ava Wild over a double block. This one high into the rafters, goes off even one of the lights here in West Fargo Cheyenne. Able to get it over, and they earn that point. Wasdorp able to hit it over on the third one, and we're tied at 17 apiece. Again, if it hits the lights of the rafters and goes on the opposition side, it would be a point for the opposition. And we're going to have a service error here for West Fargo Cheyenne. But if it goes on your side, you can continue to try to play the point. Davies up by 1 right now with Wild on to serve. As this one will come in, and that one's going to be an ace. Ava Wild earns the ace. That's going to be her second, 19-17 right now here for Fargo Davies. And Wild will continue here for the Eagles. 13 kills, 2 aces on the night. That one comes up a little bit short, and another point here for the Eagles. 20-17. Davies 5 points away from winning this set and this match, as West Fargo Cheyenne will make a substitution as Bogan Reef will check in. Coming out will be Brooke Johnson, as Wild will continue here to serve. Wild goes to the right-hand side. Wasdorp going to get blocked at the net and in. Miller is there here for the Eagles. Miller with her team-high leading third block. And now the Eagles up 21-17. Talk about when it's going right, and Ava Wild right now will come on and continue to serve. This one is going to be Wasdorp to the middle. Here just punching that one over on the third was Bogan Reef. Here comes Lockway, right-hand side, and that's in for the point and the kill. 22-17, Fargo Davies up by 5 here late in the third set, and a chance to close this one out. Talk about the players up front here tonight. Miller and Wielden, just a 1-2 combination. Seiler has been there on the outside when needed, and obviously go to the well many a times with Ava Wild, but it's been the front line play of Miller and Wielden. They have combined for 10 kills, 4 blocks here tonight, respectively, for the Eagles, and they played awfully well right now for West Fargo Cheyenne, as we mentioned. Just never been able to really find that footing, that rhythm that we've seen from a head coach Leah Newton team so far in this season. The Mustangs 22-6 on the year, the number 5 rated team in the latest Class A volleyball poll. Jamestown the only team receiving votes, with West Fargo and Shanley out of the EDC also in the top 5. But this is going to be one of the better matches that we've seen from a head coach Carolyn Olsen club. And after getting swept by Shanley, getting swept at home by West Fargo, having a week and a half off, Coach Carolyn Olsen kind of used that to her advantage, coming off a bye week, so to speak, in professional sports, off of football. How do you want to see your team respond a little rejuvenated? That's exactly what we've seen here from the Eagles tonight. West Fargo Cheyenne, Wasdorp able to get this one over. Wild with the dig. This one comes to Wielden. Wielden trying to get the tip, but it's on the Eagles side. It's 22-18. Service on the way here for Johnson and West Fargo Cheyenne. Johnson comes out, Wild with the dig. Crentons goes to the outside here. Seiler just over the net. Cheyenne able to keep that one alive with Engel. Krenz to the middle. Here's Lockway. Lockway with the tip. Engel there on the cover. Now this one comes to the middle again. Tungstep with a deep push. Miller goes right-hand side. Engel on the coverage. Set it up. Coming Wasdorp, and that one's going to go out just by about a half a foot on the back end. 23-18 Eagles. Davies 2 points away from closing this particular set out, as Safransky will come on here. For Fargo Davies. Safransky, that one to the middle. Johnson, Wasdorp off the back right foot. Safransky outside Seiler over a double block. Ingles there. This one at the net. Lockway able to get it over and earns the points. Leah Lockway with her second kill. 24-18. Fargo Davies right now point away, as this is going to be match point here for the Eagles. Johnson, Wasdorp, 10-foot line, hits that one into net, and it's a final. Fargo Davies earns the sweep. 25-18, 25-22, 25-19, and 25-18 here at West Fargo Cheyenne High School. Match officially gets over at 8:54 here tonight. An hour and 16 minutes is the total. Our post-game show is coming up next here on YourLiveEvent.com.
Degelman does put the effort and time into their employees by training them.
It's something that you think you couldn't do, but you can actually do it because you were trained to do it.
Once I got my confidence up, now I just feel pride.
I'm very proud to be leading the team that builds the toughest product in the manufacturing and agricultural industry.
Let's get real. You're ready for a place that's big enough to grow and small enough to care. So get ready for the University of Minnesota Crookston. With more than 30 majors, minors, and certificates, you'll earn a University of Minnesota degree in a close-knit community where faculty become friends and friends feel like family. And to get a degree that can make a difference, you don't need a big city, just big dreams. The University of Minnesota Crookston. Real, hands-on, ready.
As we're coming back here on our post-game show, West Fargo Cheyenne falls to Fargo Davies. So in the conference standings, Davies improves now to 12-6 and gets one step closer again to getting that number 4 seed for West Fargo Cheyenne. They drop 16-3 now in EDC conference play. Barring the outcome of West Fargo and Red River, if the Packers win, West Fargo would just be a half game behind West Fargo Cheyenne in the conference standings. Cheyenne with one regular season game match left in the regular season at South on Monday, while for Fargo Davies, they have 2 matches left against Devils Lake on Thursday and Red River coming up on Tuesday. Some of the players of the game, again, what more can you say about Ava Wild on the outside hitter for Fargo Davies? But you got to give a lot of credit to Maya Miller up front. Macy Wilden with the blocks, what they were able to do to try to control the net here for the Eagles tonight. West Fargo, Cheyenne Wasdorp led the way alongside with Bogan Reef with 6 kills apiece, and then you have Brown on the outside with 5. But it just came hard here for West Fargo Cheyenne to try to earn points and try to get anything in consistent rhythm here this evening for West Fargo Cheyenne. Fargo Davies improves to 21-9 on the season, 12-6 in EDC conference play. West Fargo Cheyenne, they dropped to 22-7 and 16-3 in conference play. Again, up next for Fargo Davies, they'll square off at home against Devils Lake on Thursday. West Fargo Cheyenne back at home on Thursday as well, a non-conference tilt that'll be against the Kindred Vikings. Thank you very much to Reggie Funk, our cameraman. I'm Chase Miller. Make sure you go to Your Live Event to check out our upcoming week's schedule for EDC Volleyball and alongside what we have in the postseason for North Dakota and Minnesota when it comes to football and volleyball. Thank you very much for tuning in to another production of EDC Volleyball here on Your Live Event.